Good morning. Good morning. Here we are. Breakfast, Soleil, Barley Max, and a lime. We're doing school, Kaden and I do homeschool just in case. I don't talk about it a lot, but I homeschooled all my children. They're all very socialized. One's a nurse. Jade is going to Pan Am, and Cole is in 11th grade. He's a junior, and Caden's in almost 3rd grade. Almost. I'm going to make some banana chips. I have tried making banana chips before, but I've tried making banana chips with regular bananas, and I didn't like how they turned out. But Annette Larkins in her book recommended making banana chips out of plantain bananas. So these are plantains. They're big, and normally what we've ever done, you cook them. And what my husband likes to do is he likes to slice them up and cook them in a pan with some butter, some cinnamon, and some brown sugar. And you eat them like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice them up real thin, put them on the dehydrator sheet, and I'm going to try putting some salt and like some chili, no, maybe not chili powder, like maybe just some salt on them. And I'm really wanting a salty chip, not a sweet chip. So I'm going to try doing that. So we'll see how it turns out. Bye. Hello everyone. Here I am in my studio. I am eating my raw oatmeal recipe. Well, it's not mine actually. This is Megan Elizabeth's recipe. And there's actually no oats in it. It's apples, raisins, date, walnuts, and lots of cinnamon. And I really do enjoy that recipe. It's actually a little bit sweet for me. I should probably cut back on the raisins and dates. I've had a good day. I always have a good day. Well, every once in a while I don't, but it's 2 o'clock and I've had my quart of Barley Max lime juice and Soleil. I think that's all I've had all day. I got up kind of late. I laid in bed with Caden and we watched Curious George. And then I made my Soleil, and then I made a raw cashew cheese, which I haven't eaten, but I made that. And I did some homeschool with Caden, got in the sauna for an hour, and been really watching Dr. Robert Cassar on YouTube. I've been really enjoying his videos. And his focus is not raw food, but he does do that. But he talks about fermented foods, and he talks about gua sha, which I love gua sha. And it just seems he's a very interesting person. And haven't watched Tanny Raw in about 4 days. I've been watching Dr. Robert Cassar and just really learning and taking in more and more information. And you know, your health journey, it's really a lot of education. You have to continuously educate yourself and continuously learn more and go deeper and, you know, figure it all out, what works for you. But I'm going to eat this, and I brought some of my gingerbread snaps and some bananas, and we're going to go to the theater this afternoon and see Ant-Man after I close the studio. And so that's it for now. But yeah, you guys, you have to study, you have to read, you have to learn and sort through it all and figure it all out. And it's not just reading one book and knowing everything. I mean, it's talking to different people who are on the journey and stepping into the journey as well, and learning and growing and applying. I mean, knowledge without works is just knowledge. Doesn't do any good for you or anybody else. But when you can learn something and apply it, and people see a difference, and then you talk about it, then you're going to make a difference in somebody's life as well as your own. So I'm going to eat this, and I have lots of work to do, accounting and books and stuff here at the studio. So bye for now. Hello everyone. We just returned from watching Ant-Man. Thumbs up on Ant-Man, great superhero movie. At the theater, I ate my new theater food, cherries, which are in season. So you should be eating a lot of them while they're in season. And I ate, well, this bag was full, so I ate, you know, 2/3 of the bag. So I've been eating cherries pretty much every day for the last couple weeks because they're inexpensive right now and they're good for you. I didn't really have much of an appetite today. I wasn't very hungry, so I actually had to kind of force myself at the studio to eat after I finished my raw oatmeal recipe. Wasn't hungry, but before I left the studio, I drank a pint of papaya shake, and I had a kefir popsicle. And then at the movie theater, I ate those cherries, and I had some of my little gingerbread snaps, and that's it. I'm really not hungry. It's really weird, but I had a really good day. I spent the afternoon talking to my clients and learning from them. One of my clients gave me a gazpacho recipe, and gazpacho, hopefully I'm saying that right, is a soup made with raw vegetables and served cold, usually with a tomato base. So tomorrow I'm going to try that, only I don't think I'm going to eat it cold. I think I'm going to try and eat it a little bit warmed up in the Vitamix. So I'm excited about that because I went and got everything for that. But what's really interesting is in my studio, I have some of my clients are into a lot of health research like I am. And I was telling one of them, one friend of mine in there, Alma, thank you, Alma, that I've been getting these humongous cankers in my mouth, which I've always had cankers, but I figured that eating raw, they would go away. And, or at least not be as frequent, but they are more frequent actually, and they're more painful and they last longer. And you know, the cankers are a virus. It's a herpes virus, but and it's very common. A lot of people have them. A lot of times stress will bring them on, but I was like, why am I still getting these cankers, and they're lasting a long time and they're really big? And she showed me a book she had been reading and how they use lysine. Lysine is an amino acid. It's a protein to help treat cold sores and canker sores. And so I looked into it more, and look at what I found. I think she really helped me hit the nail right on the head. Bam! Because it says lysine is an amino acid your body needs, you know, of course. It's an essential amino acid, and you get it from red meat, which I don't eat, potatoes, which I don't eat, milk, which I don't eat except in my kefir every once in a while, fish, which I don't eat, beans, which I don't eat, and soy-based products, which I don't eat. So it said most people get enough lysine in their diet. However, athletes or vegans who don't eat beans, hands up, as well as burn patients may need more. If you don't get enough lysine from your diet, you could have certain signs and symptoms, which are appetite loss. I do have that every once in a while. Fatigue or mood changes, I don't have that really. Anemia, I do have and have had for most of my life. It says anemia it could be a symptom associated with lysine levels. And it says that your anemia could return to normal when your lysine levels are normal. And hair loss, which I haven't been experiencing since I did go raw vegan. And then I looked in my chronometer back, you know, to see, and even though I never hit 100% of the lysine levels, even when I got all my protein required for the day, the lysine was a little bit low. So, you know, protein is just an overall number for all of the essential amino acids, which are the proteins. So if I went over in one but under in another, it would kind of even out in your protein, your total protein level. So I'm been enlightened today. I've been educated, and I do think that I need to probably get a little lysine supplement, which is very interesting. Never ever knew about lysine before. Never studied it, never researched it. So I'm going to go to the health food store and find a lysine supplement. And it said, and the research that I found, it said if you're having a flare-up, a cold sore flare-up or a canker flare-up, take 1,000 milligrams 3 times a day of lysine. Who knew? Well, now I know. And now you know too. So, you know, some of the things that I find that I have to watch are, of course, the iron, leafy green vegetables, of course, the calcium. B12 is a no-brainer. Any vegan needs B12. And some lysine. I've also heard of zinc, you know. And you may be thinking, wow, they're so deficient in so many things. But if you're eating a standard American diet, I would really like to challenge you to chronometer what you ate today and see what you're deficient in, because people that are nutritiously minded and they chronometer, they want a chronometer because they want to see where their nutritional deficiencies are. People that eat standard American diet don't think about their deficiencies. They just eat regular and think that they're okay. But probably everybody's deficient in minerals and all kinds of stuff, your omega-3s. But if you're eating a standard American diet, or even if you're not, whatever you're eating, chronometer what you're eating, maybe not every day, but a few times, and see where your deficiencies are. Be interesting. So good night, everyone. I'm drinking my kombucha before I go to bed, which actually does have a lot of vitamin B12 in it. And I'm gonna go rest. Bye.